Hi, I'm Zac Cash, an 18-year-old student from the UK. I'm committed to making my country the best it could possibly be, and thus I am deeply invested within British politics and current affairs, both within my country and how the actions of my government can affect the external international world. I would like to thank Surge India International, specifically Tejas Kahandal, for this wonderful opportunity to allow my voice to be heard alongside other representatives for different nations. In this video, I will be discussing two issues which I believe deeply permeate the UK in terms of affecting both its population and the reputation of the nation in a global sense. The first issue that I will be proposing is Brexit. Before COVID-19, Brexit was the word that was on everybody's lips in Britain. If you're not from the UK, it's difficult to imagine how divisive the issue was. Brexit properly began in 2019, when the Prime Minister at the time said in his party manifesto that if his party was re-elected in the general election, then he would insert a clause saying that an election to decide whether Britain would leave the European Union or not would be held. Since he indeed won the election, he had to deliver on his promise. On the 23rd of June 2016, the referendum took place, and it was revealed that Britain had voted to leave the EU with a very small majority of 3.8%, and the overall vote was 52% to 48%. This was, to many, a very surprising result. The Remain vote had the backing of essentially all major political parties. Only one major party supported the Leave vote. However, despite this major political backing, it was deemed that one of the main reasons why the vote didn't go the way that most political figures believed that it would was because of where politicians directed their efforts and the full brunt of the campaign to Remain. They focused their efforts mainly in London and the surrounding counties, including my county, Hertfordshire, which is just north of London. Whilst the call to Remain was strong in these niche, narrow areas, the Leave campaign really thought about the UK as a whole. Therefore, they focused their efforts not so much on London and a handful of the surrounding counties, knowing that the Remain campaign would focus their efforts there, but instead in areas such as the Midlands and the North. Perhaps the main issue surrounding the election result was that it was incredibly close. Many Remainers argued that a majority that didn't even attain a 4% lead over its opposition was not a majority at all, and thus did not accurately reflect the overwhelming suggestion of the British people. However, the Leave voters and campaigners felt aggrieved by this suggestion. They contested that despite the fact that a result was indeed close, a majority had indeed been decided. 4 or 40%, a majority is a majority. To suggest that one of the Remainers' options should be put into place will go against the whole notion of democracy that is so important to Britain. A result had clearly been decided. The decision couldn't be reverted just because the 48% didn't like the opinion of the 52%. The second impact was that after the election, it was made obvious that the promises of one particular party that supported the Leave campaign were not real and were not going to happen. This sparked a social backlash by those who voted Remain, who argued that outright lies such as this influenced the decision of the British people. If the referendum happened again, then due to the fact that these lies have been exposed, then perhaps the result would have been different. However, no second referendum ever took place, and on 11 PM on the 30th of January 2020, Britain officially left the European Union. Negotiations still remain regarding Britain's role in a single market. Another issue that I will discuss is not completely intrinsic to the UK. However, I believe that Britain is a place where this issue is rife, and this is the gender pay gap. The gender pay gap is when people of a certain gender, almost always female, are not being paid the same as the opposite gender in the same or very similar role. The reason why I chose this issue to be included when looking at intrinsic British controversies was because the gender pay gap was something that was felt most within British news corporations. In July 2017, the publication of a report outlining one of the most prominent news corporations' highest earning presenters revealed an imbalance between the numbers of men and the numbers of women at the top of the list, sparking an outcry and leading the corporation to attempt to rectify the situation. I won't reveal the name of the corporation, it's important to keep confidentiality, but in this report it was revealed that the highest male earner of this corporation made approximately £2.2 million per year, whilst the highest female earner earned just £500,000 per year. About 2/3 of stars earning more than £150,000, and all of the top 7 earners were male. Additionally, the top 6% of this corporation's highest earners were men. In response to this, many high-profile female news figures sent a letter to the head of the corporation at the time, imploring him to make plans to diversify and improve equality within the company. Additionally, a report into the broadcaster's employees, general employees, not just the stars, saw that men working for the corporation earned 9.3% more on average per year than women. Action was taken immediately, with 6 major male figures within the corporation taking pay cuts, and the head of the broadcasting company set a target of pay equality by 2020. However, that target has not been met.